Okay, so guys, this subject has me a little bit upset, has me very upset because on so many levels, I just felt like this was just completely wrong. So, shouts out to my brother, our brother, Michael B. Jordan, and also our other brother, Delroy Lindo. So, one thing about Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, and especially with brother Michael B. Jordan, I love Michael B. Jordan because he represents us brothers in a very good way. You know what I mean? I don't see him doing too much bunny hopping. I don't see him with too many white women. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know if he does in his personal life, but he at least does a good job of keeping that quiet. Michael B. Jordan, I never seen him get in trouble. I never hear him doing nothing wrong. Like he's always seemed to be able to walk like the right line. Like he's a good example. You know what I'm saying? And so for this story, what upsets me so much is if they're gonna do this, if somebody does this to Michael B. Jordan, like who they're not gonna do it to. So anyway, so Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting an award at what they call the BAFTA awards. Okay, so Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, because they did the movie Sinners. Shouts out to Ryan Coogler, and Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have been tearing up the box office, but they've been able to do this award because of that movie and such a success. So the BAFTA Awards is a prestigious annual award honoring the best British and international contributions to film, television, and video games. So, yeah, never heard of it, never gonna watch it, especially after this, never will watch this again. So apparently Belroy, so at the movies, right? This is a movie. There's a very big movie over there in London. I don't know, never been to London, don't want to go to London. I heard the weather's terrible. I heard the food is horrible. I heard it's just like the country is falling. There's no good jobs. There's nothing going on in London. I heard there's a lot of robberies and stabbings. Anyway, shout out to the District 9 and all my Nigerians, Jamaicans over there, and my African people in general over there. So pretty much, it's a basketball war show, and one of the major premiere movies that's big over there is about a guy who has Tourette's. So you know every movie award show always want to theme it around breast cancer, Tourette's, women's rights, da 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 da. So I guess this one was about a guy with Tourette's. Now the guy with Tourette's, if you know Tourette's is when you just blurt out things, obscene language in places where you're just like, what are you doing? So the guy blurts out during the show. So what do you think he blurts out when Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo get on stage? Just take a while, guys. And let's roll the clip.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making. We're here to celebrate.
I already knew you knew it right before when I said it. What do you think about it? So you're going to tell me Michael B. Jordan, this graceful brother, Delroy Lindo, another great brother, who have done nothing but represent us as a great people on the biggest stages, the biggest screens in the world, has a guy with Tourette's blurt out the N-word. Nigga! At an award show. Okay. Now, some people, this is a debate because of like he has Tourette's. Now, from what I'm hearing from Delroy Lindo, right? I'm not saying it like I talked to him, but from just checking online and stuff, Delroy Lindo says he can kind of understand that part. I don't know why you would have a guy with Tourette's. He said, but it's two things that made it seem suspicious to him was one, they never came and apologized to him personally. No one came to him like backstage and was like, hey, we are so sorry for what just happened. That guy blurted out some obscene language to you guys. Sorry, they never did that. And then two, they didn't bleep it out. So why am I able to get online and see the unedited version? The reason is because they want it out there. Because one, BAFTA is not a known, who even knows of this award show? So it kind of gets some looks, and they're like, oh. And you being a black man, you're expendable. So they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna blur out and call him the N-word? And plus we have a perfectly solid good reason as to why the guy did it. He has Tourette's. But I didn't hear him scream anybody else out obscene. Like, he was cursing and stuff. I didn't hear him calling anybody no names. But as soon as he sees two black guys, he yells out the N-word. And this is the reason why I say to black people, why are y'all so quick to go to these guys' award shows? But when BET had award shows, you guys don't show up. When it's the Source Award show, you guys want to fight in the show. Suge Knight wants to walk through the crowd with a cigar indoors, beating up people in the back, giving them swirlies in the one is disrespectful, but then again, I always ask black people, why are you even there in the first place? Why? Create your own world, your own environment, so it demands respect. To be able to sit up there on one of these big stages and have some guy with Tourette's yell and scream and call you the N-word, that's insane. Once again, this is the major point is, right, and this is what it's all going to come down to us as black people, especially as black men, because we're going to have to lead. What's more important to you, being rich and famous and successful in that manner, or your self-respect as a man? Would you rather own your own business and make $50K profit, have you in a little house in some little area in the neighborhood, and a decent car, but you own your own, and when you pass away, you can hand your children or your whoever something that you've built? Or do you want to take that corporate America job, be treated like trash, talked to in a very demeaning type of way, uncertain of the future, will never own any of it, but you make $100K? Which one are you gonna take? And don't get all smart on me. Say, I'm gonna do one first and then the other. I mean, yeah, to get your money up. But what I'm just asking is, if you had two choices, which one would you take? Because if you own your own spaces and own your own things, you don't have to worry about situations like this. You don't. If you own your own stores in your communities, you don't have to get upset when the Arab man tells you, nah, I need every single, you short 3 cents. No, I need my 3 cents or you can't eat. I shop here every day, sir. And he's, no, I need the 3 cents. I don't care. You don't have to worry about when you police in your own communities as police officers pulling you over if you're able to control that community yourself by giving opportunities, jobs, resources to that community. You don't have to worry about that when you have your own banks. And so whenever you need a business loan, you can go to that bank and get a business loan. You don't have to go down to that white man's bank and try to get a business loan from your own money. You don't have to worry about it when you go to a restaurant. You're the last one. You were the second or third person in, but you're the last person getting served out of a 15-table sitting area. And you have to sit there and go, why is that? It's because you don't own the place, you're being disrespected. That's why. And I know there's going to be brothers out there saying, but we've done it before. We've done Rosewood. We done Oklahoma City, Black Wall Street. We've done Miami. Oh, they burnt it down and they did it. Well, then we're going to have to build it again, and build it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So your other option is going to be what? We're not going to build nothing. We're just going to sit here and just be abused. That's the problem I have with a lot of like Tariq Nasheed's and the FBA ADOS kind of movement. It's like, and I know people are gonna say, they're gonna say whatever they want to say. I'm a Pan-Africanist, but it's almost as if it's like these type of movements are just complacent in the situation they're in. They're just like, well, this is what we're going to do. Just give us some reparations, which reparations should be given. But let's be honest, as reparations come out, people are going to be broke within a year. Without any financial literacy, people, and what the white power structure are going to say, well, we gave you guys some money. Don't come back. We have it in our history books. We paid y'all. You splurged it on a bunch of nothing. You splurged on looking nice and fancy cars. And the reason why I say politics go all into this situation here, so we can sit here and blame the guy with the Tourette's all day. We can blame him all day. He's a racist. Of course he's racist. This is the United States of America. Oh, well, that's the UK. Well, in fact, they created racism. London created racism. The royal family, and it's so sickening to see people when Queen Elizabeth passed away cry. Oh, especially in Africa, you're crying over the Queen. I wouldn't urinate on her to put her out if she was on fire. She was on fire, leave her. Let it burn. I'm just joking. But, yeah, so the reason why I'm saying this all ties into politics and things of that nature is because we wouldn't have to deal with this stuff if we owned our own. What do you need to go to the BAFTA Awards for? We don't care about your award shows. We don't care about being seen on your TVs and we got our own. We have our own spaces. We have our own awards. We have our own things. What do I need to come to your award show and to be clapped towards for a bunch of white people to, you know what I mean? To validate me. That's all it is. These award shows for black people is just white validation. You've made it, sir. You're successful. They define your success. Sad. But once again, until us, especially as black men, come together and sit down, I don't care what it is, which will be hard because you're always going to have a brother who thinks he's better and smarter than the other brother. Even like with me doing these videos, I have people telling me, hey man, what you need to do is this. You need to do. I'm like, hey, look, man, let me just do what I'm doing. And I'm having fun doing it. I don't want to turn it into something to where it's like this crazy, super serious, oh, did you do this? And like, you know what I mean? But that's what happens. And Michael B. Jordan hasn't called that brother an N-word for... It's 2026 and we're still dealing with it. There's a great saying that says, problems might not have been caused by you, but it is your responsibility to fix them. So we can sit here and be upset all day, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? At some point, you gotta stand as a group of people, a block of people, and say, we're not gonna deal with this anymore. Just like professional football. Right now, there's a comment going on online where they're saying Argentina is probably one of the worst football leagues to go play at because their crowd is extremely racist. Just like the Libyans, when you go to Libya, not Libya, but Morocco. Who do they play in? Who did Senegal play? I think it's Morocco in the AFCON football tournament league. And if you've seen it, it was some of the most racist stuff you will ever see. You know what I mean? And guess who won? Senegal. Hey, guess that melanation does something, you know what I mean? But shout out to my Moroccans too, they African. Y'all gotta get off that coon stuff too. The way that certain Africans love white people, that's how they love the Caucasian Arabs. And yes, they're Caucasians once again. You guys in UAE, Jordan, Palestinian, or whatnot. Yeah, so I want you guys to check that out. Understand, do never put your validation into white society as a black man. It would never work. It would never work. Make sure you value yourself so that you don't have to deal with certain things of this nature. Make sure you're working to own your own so that when you have kids, they don't have to deal with this. When the day you will know black America or black people across the globe of African descent are serious and truly love themselves is a day when you see them educate themselves. Meaning when they take full control of their education, their perspective of the world, and how they want to be perceived in the world. As long as you sit here and put your kids on a bus to go to some public white school with a white teacher and a white principal and a white superintendent and a white commissioner and a white board, you're showing to the world you don't care. Look at the Chinese. You think the Chinese would let their oppressors come in and teach them, their children, about how to be successful? Why do you think your children's 5th grade teacher really cares to see your child succeed? Some white woman. If that was the case, if you notice most public school teachers, white teachers, their kids don't go to the same schools they teach at. Why is that? Because they know the ins and outs of the school, and they say, oh no, I know Mrs. Schaumburg, I know Mrs. Ellison, they don't really care about their students because when they come into the teacher lounge, they're talking stuff about their students the whole time. They meet them outside of work and they hear how they talk. They know that they voted for Trump. And so they're like, man, this teacher right here, this lady, Kimberly, is a huge MAGA fan. These kids have no idea. And he's teaching all these black kids in this, district how to read. So when your kid stumbles over a word like equator and the equator, you think she's gonna correct him? No, it's equator. She's not gonna walk with him. Okay, you got it. Then you look up and your kid takes they had the MEEPs in Michigan, the MEEPs, and you realize the kid is terrible at reading, but he's just making it through. That's because they're just pushing him through. And I know I'll be rambling a lot, and people will say to me, what are you talking about, Ryan? But that right there with Michael B. Jordan, that let me know, like, bro, these white people are never gonna stop this stuff. And they said he has Tourette's. But you didn't call nobody else no racial slurs. 2, y'all never apologized for it. 3, you didn't block it. It's almost as if you wanted something like that to happen so that it could go viral and you guys can get clicks and be seen on the. It's like Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock, which I also found shameful because I'm like, it's the only 2 brothers in the building and you guys are fist fighting. We're not fist fighting. He smacked him on camera over a joke. Which the joke was foul though, Chris Rock. That was a foul joke. You don't talk about a man's wife like that on TV. What are you doing? You're going to get slapped, bro. You're going to sit there, G.I. Jane. What are you doing? Why would you talk about his wife? That's crazy, Chris Rock. You deserved the slap. I wish it wouldn't have happened, but you deserved it. You deserved all of the slap. Then they say, oh, look how resilient he was. Well, man, stop it. Will from Philly. Y'all need to stop playing with Will Smith. He looks like a nice guy. And that's another thing we got to do the Will Smith thing too. If you notice, Will Smith went to Africa on his last tour. He's been trying to find himself. So he went to an African tribe in the desert to do like some healing. It's some great stuff. But anyway, guys, fuck BAFTA, fuck that whole goofy thing that they're doing. It's a shithole of an award show. That thing looked cheap. I don't even know what Michael B. Jordan was doing there. You're way bigger than them. And also Delroy Lindo, he's a legend. He's definitely a legend. But yeah, is there anything else I would like to say? Guys, this is a midterm year. It's gonna come up in November. Am I gonna say who I'm voting for? Yeah, and you know what? I'll tell you guys if I even vote because I think it's a joke. It's really a joke. You know what I mean? It's a joke. We can get into a deeper conversation about that later on. It's February. Spring is coming. Hopefully you guys have already started on your goals this year and what you're trying to do and accomplish. Don't forget about them. Keep going. Don't be discouraged. Stay in good health. Get around good people, good energy, and make sure that you're growing in life. You're growing. Don't just get stuck on the same thing staring at the wall all day. Make sure you're actually going somewhere. Okay? But anyway, y'all have a good rest of the day. Chief Mariah out of here. Peace.